All right, we're live. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? We got our little panel here. We got Clive Jeffrey. What's up, Clive?
Hey, morning all, morning or afternoon.
All right, cool. We got Felicia Mupo. What's up, Felicia?
Good morning. Hi, doing great, thanks.
Good. And we got Mr. Rod Davison. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, it's going good, man. It's still morning out here in California, so.
Oh, it's nice, right.
It's Saturday. It's noon. I should have slept in longer, you know. But what's up, everybody? Welcome. Super excited to have you guys here. Want to make sure you guys can hear me and hear us. So when you can hear us, go ahead and just put it in the chat. We do have a little bit of a delay here, so it's a little bit of that. But anyway, I'm excited to have you all here. I know a lot of you have probably heard the buzz going on this last week, and we just wanted to invite some friends out and have a good talk about what we got going on. Just recently released my brand new course called the Video Ad Playbook. Really excited. A lot of people, a lot of excitement brewing. Got a lot of new people hopping on board, and I'm really excited about the some of the things that are coming up. We're getting ready to go into the holiday season, and this is a great time to really start to plot and plan your 2015. And this is the time of year where I really start to brew, where it is that I want to go in the next year, and I just think this is a perfect time to start talking about some of those things and really see where it's at and see how this strategy can fit into your overall marketing plan, because I've been just using this strategy like crazy, getting amazing results, and I'm just excited for a lot of the new students jumping on board. So this is going to be kind of an informal hangout. We're gonna talk, we're gonna chat, have fun. I definitely want to start out just by talking about Facebook video ads. And first, let's talk about video first. And I've got you guys on here. I'd like to talk about the power of video and just talk a little bit. I mean, I think all you guys on here, Rod, didn't we meet through a video? You saw one of my videos first?
Yep, that's how we met exactly. I was searching for, a way to get more leads for my business. I ran into one of your videos off of YouTube, and, we struck up conversation, and, been hanging out ever since pretty much. So, we've been to several live events. We met at No Excuses for the first time, and face to face. So it was pretty cool because you already built that relationship through video. So it was like we've been buds for years, when we met face to face for the first time. So it's very cool.
Yeah. Well, there's no question video is super important. What about you, Felicia? Now, Felicia, to be honest with you, before I met you, I saw your videos kind of all over the place. I mean, I've seen you a lot, and so it's kind of funny. Like even I see people out into the in the market doing videos, and I think about what it does for rapport building. So yeah, I mean, how did you get into video? Because you've been doing video for a little while.
For a little while. That's kind of funny that you were seeing my videos because I was learning from you. You just didn't know me yet. So I was a Mark Harbert stalker before Mark Harbert even knew I existed. And then pretty soon he found out I existed, and then I was still a Mark Harbert stalker. He just doesn't realize how creepy I am. But no, I mean, I was learning from you in your previous course. I mean, that's where I first came into video, is following the stuff on that course. And it takes a little while before you get comfortable on the camera and really know what to say and how to put it together. But it's nice to have a program that says, okay, just get on and talk for this long and say these things and then upload it here, and then what do you know, you get leads.
Yeah.
It wasn't hard to figure out, I mean, that's why I'm so excited about this one, because now it's not only can you get leads long term, and that's what I learned initially, is how to get leads long term, but now with the Video Ad Playbook, it's strategies to get leads like now, today. If I want leads today, all I got to do is put up a video, and it takes me to shoot the video and upload it and post it and everything takes me 12 minutes, 15 minutes max if I really write a good description, and then I get leads in minutes.
That's awesome. That's exciting. I love that. I love hearing that. But it's interesting because I still always try to, try to stay tapped into what's going on in the space, So I'm out there. I see people's videos. I don't always comment on them, so people don't always know. But I'm lurking out there, so I see.
A video stalker.
Yeah, I'm a stalker, just like you. So. But.
Hey, I've got a fun story for you about video. You want to hear it?
Yeah, do it.
So, I was meeting. I was at the grocery store one time, and there's a lady that was across the food court. It's Central Market, which is they've got a big cafe there, and there was a person that's standing over there waving her arms and trying to get my attention, but I didn't know her. I didn't know she was trying to get my attention. There's 100 people in the food court area or cafe area, and I finally figure out that she's waving at me. I do the really awkward look around, like, is it me? She's like, me? Really? Like over there? No. So she's waving me down. I go over and I go to introduce myself. She grabs my hand with two hands and greets me by name and knows all about me and has picked me out in the grocery store. That only happens on video. That was because of video. So the next thing I know, when I'm talking to her, she's like, "Oh yeah, I know all about it." She had been watching my videos and flagged me down at the grocery store.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was awesome. I thought just the power of video marketing. I didn't even know her. I don't know where she came from.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The power of video. I mean, it's that's why if I'm just a firm believer. If you're doing anything online, you've got to be incorporating some kind of video in it. It's just it's a necessity, So yeah, without question. So Clive, how about you, man? Now,
same as Rod. I found you on YouTube initially, and that's how I found MLSP and all of you guys. Yeah, so it was an amazing introduction. I'd watched you for a while, and it felt like I knew you, and this is like someone that I can work with because you followed you for a little while, so I can attest that video works for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, no doubt about it. It's kind of funny, man. A lot of these people I've met through video. It's pretty funny. What's up, Mary? Hey, Mary, you got your microphone muted, I think.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep, I got you now. You're good.
Okay, great. How are you?
Good. How's it going today?
Good.
So we're just talking about like the power of video. Now you've been doing some video marketing for a while now too, haven't you?
Yes, I have been doing video marketing for a little over a year.
Yeah.
And basically been following. I'm like Felicia. Felicia says she's been stalking you. It's been sort of the same way. I've learned a lot from you. I follow your videos and took another course of yours. And so when you showed me this course, I was super excited because I knew that it was going to be something special. Yeah, I love video marketing.
Yeah, it is. Any way you can work it in, like pretty much. There's a couple other strategies that I do as well to get leads and build a list, but no matter what it is, always incorporating video in it is the way to go. But so let me talk about it now. You guys all of you guys, I think, have been through my my course. Tube Traffic Mojo, the course Frank and I put together. Mm-hmm. Let's just talk real quick about YouTube. And because here's the thing, YouTube is very powerful. YouTube has been a little bit unfriendly to marketers lately. But I still believe YouTube is a very powerful way to get leads. Let's talk about some of the pros and cons of YouTube real quick. So first, again, being that YouTube is a very powerful, I still believe, like a long-term strategy. Let's talk about some of the pros of it. Who wants to go first? Rod, why don't you go first, man? Rod's like, oh.
Yeah, I mean the pros of YouTube is it's free marketing, it's long-term, it's you can still build that rapport with video. You can get your message out there. It's very powerful. It's it's owned by Google, so what's going to rank first in Google is their own stuff. So that's YouTube. So, you have all the makings of a great platform. And there's been some people that have been shut down. Luckily, knock on wood, I haven't had any videos shut down yet. But it just takes it just really takes your, you really are able to provide your message and get people to, know you and like you and trust you before you even talk to them. So it's just, it's really powerful.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I just wanted to share one thing, too, is, for a lot of people on here, maybe this is the first time you're meeting me or seeing the guys here, but, one of the things that I know for me, and I just wanted to point this out before we go on, but why would you want to generate leads? Why would you want to build a list? And part of that is, if you're in a network marketing opportunity or any type of home-based business, I don't know about you, but for me, I was struggling like crazy until I started building a list. And for me, being able to go out, utilize the internet, and build a list of people who were interested in what I had to offer, whether it be a business opportunity and a product or whatever it may be, I was just constantly struggling. I mean, I would go out to the shopping malls and the gas stations, and you want to talk about stalker. I mean, I was the worst stalker in the world, but when I really started to get on the internet, I realized that places like YouTube were such a powerful way to, blur that line between, the actual reality and virtual reality, because there still is a human connection that we all have to make, So let's talk more about YouTube. I just wanted to say that because everybody here is here because you want more leads. You want more people to talk to. You're looking for people to sign up in your business. We all need that, okay? But there are some things and skill sets that you need to learn to be able to use the internet. The internet's not just a push-button tool, no matter what anybody tells you. It takes work, it takes effort, it takes some skills, and but you build those skills over time. So, Mary, let's move on to you. What about YouTube? Now, I know you've done some YouTube marketing as well, so.
Yeah, I mean, I love YouTube, despite its current situation. It's really funny because, first of all, I did take the Tube Traffic Mojo course, so I learned all about, how to use YouTube and utilize it to generate leads. I love it because it is a free platform. People are always searching for more information on YouTube. And so it's really easy to be found, I think, on YouTube if you know how to use it properly. And I mean, it's kind of funny when I talk to people and they say things like, "I've seen all of your videos." It's kind of a weird feeling, but it tells you how powerful it really is, because people are really, really wanting to know who it is that they are interested in doing business with. So I think it's a great platform. I definitely think you should use it because it's a great way to get your face and your name out there and for people to really get to know who you are. So I love YouTube. I still put my videos on YouTube, and I use some other platforms as well, including Facebook. So I still think people should be using it.
Yeah, I agree, 100%, no doubt. Absolutely, no question. It's I mean, worst case, you put your video up there, and what happens if somebody just stumbles upon it, and you never know what could happen from that. So,
yeah.
So, Felicia, what about you? YouTube.
I'm one of those ones that's a little gun shy. I did lose my channel. I lost my channel right as I was getting a lot of momentum on my channel. Yeah. So, as far as the primary place where I put my videos, I've kind of switched over. I do plan on going back, though. Maybe when I break away and get a little free time, I will go back and start putting my videos back up on YouTube, because I mean, just what everybody was saying, it's just such an easy platform for people to find you. Where my videos are right now, they have to be doing a little bit more looking to find me, and the YouTube really, I mean, it's the #2 search engine, or was it #2?
Yeah.
Yeah, #2 search engine out there, and I live on. I mean, I'm looking at my bar right now. I've got YouTube open, so I mean, I use it to find all kinds of things. Why would I not have a ton of information out there?
Right.
I just need to get going again.
Yeah.
I love the strategy, though. That's what gave me my initial. That's what gave me my initial push. It got the ball rolling.
You know, it's kind of funny, and I'm going to drop a big nugget here, okay? So I'm going to drop we've got like 70 people on with us here right now. And I'm going to drop a nugget here that if you're really into marketing, okay, and there's going to be some people that are going to be mad I'm telling you guys this, but because I love you, I'm going to say it anyway. But here's the thing. When the herd is running the other way, that's when you need to run the opposite. Mm-hmm. Everybody's running away from YouTube right now.
Yep.
Okay? That right there tells me, oh, YouTube, I love you, you know? So
the big vacuum.
from a marketing standpoint, that's like my gauge. When I see people running this way, I'm going this way, you know? And that's a big thing, that if you start seeing that, and you can start looking at things that way, you can really rock and roll. So Clyde, let's talk about you, man. YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I love it, and it's you know, you forget how often you use it in your daily life. If you want to find out how to do something, I was just the other day I had to change a waste disposal under the sink, and I couldn't figure out how to get the thing out, and quickly ran to YouTube, and there was the answer. You know, so people use it every day. As you teach in the courses, and if you strategically make your videos, they're going to get found, and it's simple, logical steps that if you use those cheat sheets that you have and things like that, it just makes it so simple and effective, and you know, and then as we all say, that people get to know you and start to feel that they can trust you, and that's when they want to, you know, they're open to talking about this with you. So I think it's a fantastic platform.
Yeah.
And again, touch wood, I'm yet to be have anyone say anything bad about any video that I've made, or you know, losing my account. So I'm going to stick with it for sure.
Absolutely.
I do use another. I do load on Amazon S3 as well, just a safety platform, and I also do back them up. So I got my bases covered.
That's good. You definitely want to back up your channel. There's no question there. So let's talk about the cons of YouTube real quick. What are the bad things about it? Rod, why don't we start with you, man? Then I'll give you my take.
Well, I don't know. The bad things, I mean, there's bad in you can find the bad in everything you do just about. So, I mean, there's, you know, obviously you're going to get some crazy people out there that are leaving you bad comments, or, you know, telling you're a scam artist or something, you know. So, I mean, that's the bad side. But I think that, you know, those few things, kind of the good outweigh the bad for sure.
Did you call me a scammer before you actually started working with me, or?
No.
Just kidding. Oh, no, that was yesterday. Sorry.
No, that's since I got to know you that's happened.
Oh, that's right.
The closer you get.
Yeah.
That's right.
It comes out. Yeah.
But, I mean, you know, like Clive said, I mean, I've used YouTube so many times to, especially like for Photoshop, if I want to do something special, I'll go to YouTube and go look it up, and it'll show you exactly how to do it. And it's, you know, it's really cool when somebody contacts you and says, hey, I watched your video, it walked me through exactly what I was looking for. So, I mean, you know, those things work. I mean, yeah. So I think there's a lot more good in YouTube than there is bad, obviously. That's why everybody's had so much success with it. But, you know, you're always going to have those things no matter what you do. I mean, you get that driving down the road or at a grocery store or whatever. I mean, you still have those bad things that happen, so.
I've taught Rod well, man. The king of optimism. I love it. All right, Mary, let's talk about the cons of YouTube. What are some of the cons?
Yeah, well, you know, because it's a free platform, things can happen, and you can. I've had a couple of my videos flagged age restricted, which cracks me up because I think of age restricted as something inappropriate. And I think I was talking about backlinking in one video and mindset in another, and you know, whatever. But yeah, so you don't always have control over your content because they can do whatever they want with what you put on their platform. So just know that going in, it's a risk that you have to take. But I think it's a risk it's a risk you should take if you're going to do video in your marketing. Because it's a free platform and you get a lot of exposure on it, and you just try to follow their rules, that's still no guarantee, but I think that's probably the biggest con for me, is that you don't have a lot of control over it, and things can happen. You can lose your channel, like Felicia lost hers. I'm sure there was a ton of work put in there, or you can lose just individual videos. So, you know, it's just, that would be the biggest con, I think, for people to be aware of.
Yeah, no question. I mean, I lost my channel too. You know, I lost my main channel, and that's definitely one of the big cons. Is it's a free platform. You don't necessarily have a lot of control over that. While it's very powerful, there's risks to take, and you know, if you're willing to accept the risk, then it's good. Because I mean, literally, when Frank and I started doing YouTube a couple years ago, people were saying the same thing. No way, it's too risky, don't use it, I would never put my videos there. And we just didn't listen, we kept doing it. And, you know, I generated, you know, a list of 25,000 people, Frank, you know, 30, 35,000. And, you know, I mean, it was, collectively, we did like over 50,000 leads together on YouTube. And if we would have listened to everybody, we wouldn't have built that list, you know. And so, you know, a lot of times we get so hung up on what people say, other people say, because we're always looking for social validation. But sometimes, you know, to be the leader means standing up, and just because somebody says it doesn't mean, you know, it's always true. So, but all right, Felicia.
The cons of Facebook. Well, I mean, the cons of YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, you can lose your channel. The one that finally got me was, you know, when you talk about not quite sure on the age restriction, Mary. I mean, the one that got me, I got copyright infringement with me standing in my living room talking about a webinar that I was hosting. Not quite sure how that's copyright infringement, but somebody, you know, I mean, people will just be mean. People will just maliciously flag things unnecessarily, and you just don't have any control over that. That was one. And then the other one is that it takes time. You know, I mean, people aren't very likely to go find your channel, subscribe to your channel, and really reach out to you and see you as a leader if you've got 5 videos and 3 subscribers. And the 3 subscribers are your spouse and your mom and your kid. You know, I mean, we all got the same last name. So it just takes some time to build that up and get that going versus, you know, in a strategy such as what we're talking about here in the Video Ad Playbook. That's something that you know, it doesn't take 1 million likes on your fan page. I mean, everybody's kind of on an even playing field there, because you can determine how much, if you're going to put ads behind it, how much you want to spend, what time of day you want to spend it at, what crowd you want to put it in front of. So when you create a great piece of content, you don't have to just throw it out there and hope and pray that somebody finds it. It can go out and really find the people. That was the hardest part about YouTube, is I'm not really very good with patience. That's just not one of my strong points. And you just needed some patience. I mean, just the way it goes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I want to point out that is one of the big cons with YouTube is it takes some time to build up. And there's a difference between, you know, free strategy and paid strategy. Now, I'm a big believer that there really is no free strategy. You're either going to pay in time or you're going to pay in money, and time is money, okay? So if you're going to, you know, do something like a free strategy, you're going to, trust me, it's going to cost you a lot of money and a lot of time over that time. So you're going to spend money either way, you know, no matter which way you do it. And and because video is so important, I believe you should have both. You should have the long-term strategy and the short-term. You know, the short-term results in term, you know, and is what I'm getting at. But anyway, go ahead, Clive.
Yeah, I think Felicia hit on the 2 big ones that he just covered as well. But was lucky I haven't hit comments or anything like that on flags. But that's one thing I hear of that.
Okay. You're breaking up.
I want to be sold along on that. Can you hear me now?
There we go. Yeah, it's just breaking up a little bit. But Okay, so there, and the reason I bring this up is because
yeah, saying
go ahead. Oh, there we go. I think your internet's breaking up there, Clive. But
okay.
so the reason I bring this up is because it's obviously with the video ad playbook. One of the things I love about Facebook video ads is the ability to literally create a video. There's a couple positive things about that, and I love to be able to create a video and literally put it online, and within 20 minutes I can have it in front of thousands. As where YouTube, you can put a video up and nobody may see it for a couple months until you do some of the additional work to get people to actually get it in front of people. So that's one of the big differences I see, because Felicia, you pointed out one of the great points is we're all impatient people. Nobody wants to wait. We want our results now. It's like we're credit card swiping people. It's like we're like, I want it now. I'll pay for it later. That's
it.
How we all are. And gets us in trouble sometimes. That's for sure. But that's what it is. And being able to see some tangible results. Not only that, it helps you in your long-term stickability. I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, if you can help people get results quicker, then they're more likely going to stick around a lot longer. I see you guys. You guys have been around for a while. Why? Because you guys have gotten some type of results that show you, hey, this does work, and I need to keep going at it. So let's talk about video ads and the video ad playbook. All right. Now, obviously, this is my course, so I'm going to be as biased as you get. I mean, there's no question. I mean, I can sit here and rave till till the cows come home and say how great it is, and people are like, oh yeah, he's just trying to sell me his junk. The truth is that I am very excited about this, because I believe this is something that people can use to use the power of video and get results much faster, much quicker, and build their brand, get people in front of them, and generate a lot of leads and build a big list. And so I want to talk about that. And number one, how fast you can get leads using video ads on Facebook. And I'd love, for each of you guys just to give maybe some of your experiences, if you have them or whatever, or just talk about in general why you think this is a killer strategy. So, Rod, let's go with you, man.
Mark's picking on me today.
I like to pick on Rod, so.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no, so the video ad, the course that you have, what I really like about the course especially is you don't teach just how to do a Facebook ad. You actually teach people how to find your target market. You kind of go through the whole sales funnel process that you need to, to move people through the process, because ultimately you want to be able to build that relationship and ultimately sell something to somebody, right? So, I mean, you kind of go through that process. You go through how to actually do the ads. So it's really more of a full-blown marketing course, not really just a video course.
Yeah.
And some of the ads that I put up, I had one ad that I actually got a 70% conversion rate on. So I haven't done that with any other strategy besides video, Facebook video ads. So, so I mean, going from being able to generate 20, 30, 40 leads a day is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
And you can, like you said, you can make that happen in minutes compared to days or months compared to YouTube. So I mean, YouTube is obviously a longer term strategy, and you can build up to that, but it takes a lot more work, in my opinion. Facebook, if you need leads fast, bam, you can do it. You can have leads flowing in 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah. So Facebook actually works, is what you're saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it's funny because I remember just like 6 months ago, I was actually chatting with somebody, and I actually forget who it was. And the person said, Facebook doesn't work anymore. It's just so saturated. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And like I said, when everybody's going this way, I'm typically this way. And that's
right.
when I thought, that's my sign, And that's when I really, was like, I was already kind of doing the strategy, and I was already getting results. But It really is. It's just a mentality and seeing some of the basic things of what people look for. And if you understand some of those basic marketing things, like you said, Rod, the Video Ad Playbook is not a course that is, just about video ads. I mean, my goal has always been to give you the core strategy, but give you everything you need to actually make money, convert leads, and if not, there's a big gaping hole in it. It would be an injustice just say, hey, this is how you build a list, and then never give you anything on how to actually do something with it.
Yeah, exactly. And some of the leader interviews that you have back there as bonuses, I mean, the course is worth its weight just from those interviews, because you can get some serious golden nuggets from those interviews. So.
Yeah, absolutely, no question. So, all right. Let's go with Mary. What do you think, Mary? First off, I want to say, Mary, you've been doing an amazing job with this strategy. Talk about this for a minute and talk about where you've come from and where you're at now, because really you've been killing it lately with video ads, have you not?
Yeah. This is really seriously, an absolute complete change in my business since I took this course and implemented what you taught. So my strategy up until I took this course was passive marketing. It was blogging and video on YouTube, and those are great strategies, and I think that's an important strategy to have in your marketing. However, like Felicia said, it takes time. That takes time, and I knew that I needed to do something different. And I needed to be more aggressive. And so when Mark had this course, I knew that this was probably going to be my answer. But you never know until you actually take a course. And trust me, I've taken boatloads of courses. I've invested a lot in courses. So since doing that strategy, I have more than doubled my list in just a couple of weeks, I guess. I have people engaging me on my Facebook daily, asking questions. I have lots of long conversations. I get on the phone with people now. It's completely changed my business. I mean, seriously, if I had this course when I got online, I would be so much further ahead. It's just like, yeah.
That's awesome.
I would be so much further ahead. So I'm very passionate about this course. I can't talk about it enough, seriously.
What is your best lead day so far?
My best lead day, 22.
Wow, that's huge. And how many were you getting before that?
Oh, maybe up to 3 a day.
A day? Whoa.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love it.
Total game changer.
Yeah, that's about where I was too. I think before I started the strategy too, about 2 or 3 a day, and my best lead day was 30. So.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So powerful.
Yep.
It's powerful stuff. It really is. That's awesome. Congrats to you. And I mean, it's what's important too to realize is that the course in and of itself is great information, but ultimately it's about taking action too. And for you to take action on it, that's the important thing. Because it's not going to do it for you, but you took action and got results with it. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, Felicia, what about you in terms of Facebook video ads? I mean, and just Facebook in general? I mean, what's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I like it because I was already building a presence on Facebook. So part of it, building that presence over on YouTube, and then I was trying to transition the people from YouTube over to get to know me better and more long-term and engage with them over on Facebook. So bringing them together is really, I mean, that's perfect for me. But I mean, nobody ever comes to me and says, hey, look, I'm willing to build. I want to build a business, but I'm willing to wait. It's like nobody ever says that to me. I mean, everybody I talk to, even reading through the chat here, there was somebody I was chatting with as this thing started, and the person said, well, I need leads today, or I need money today, or I can't remember exactly how they put it, but that's what everybody says. Nobody says, hey, look, I'm willing to put in a year or two worth of really hard work, very consistent work, and I'm willing to do it every single day, and have this hope, faith, and dream that it's gonna on the back end pay off. Now we all know that it does. I mean, YouTube totally does.
Sure.
I have no doubt in that, but nobody ever says, "Oh, it's all right. I'll just wait." You know. I mean, part of the passion of the course. Now, you know, y'all have had the benefit that you've already taken the course. I wasn't as smart. I didn't jump in the first time around. I should have jumped in the first time around, and I could have all the total benefits and results that y'all have already experienced. I've only had a smidgen of it so far because I've been implementing it over the last couple of weeks for promoting webinars, and it's worked great. Why I didn't implement it a couple of months ago when all of y'all were so much smarter than me, I'm not quite sure.
Hey, the beauty of it is that we can all smarten up at one point or another.
I know, and I'm seeing the light now, you know, so I'm totally in. And, you know, but in the course, as you said, it's not just the video ads, which is great, you know, knowing how to put them and knowing how to pick your audience and doing your target market, and I'm big on that kind of stuff anyway. But the part that really got me, well, really there were a couple of parts that got me, is the funnel. Knowing, you know, most people are not going to, realistically, most people are not going to see a video ad and the first time and click buy. They're probably, I mean, some people are going to do that, but many people won't. They may follow you over to a webinar. They may follow you over to a blog. They may follow you over and continue watching you after the first time they see it. But when you know how to get them for the very first time, where they'll just do that little tiny baby step and maybe put in a bit of information, put in their name and email address. But when you know how to funnel it on the back end to keep that engagement going and to keep information in front of them, they will eventually, if you're providing good services, they will eventually click buy or join or
Right.
whatever it is you're trying to do. And that's a part that I've missed, and just putting them out there and hoping somebody would just click buy right now.
Yeah.
So that, and then the interviews. The interviews are absolute gold for blogging. Anybody ever come and said, well, how do you know how to put out a blog every day? What do you talk about? I'm like, well, just listen to some stuff around you, follow some of the leaders, and now, Mark, you've just packaged it up where all I have to do is go listen to one of those interviews, take a couple of notes, and I've got 2 or 3 days worth of blog posts done. I didn't have to go looking for it.
Yeah. You know, and ultimately, here's the thing, too, is like, that is what it's all about. I mean, getting the, and I'm not even done with that section yet, just so you guys know. There's more interviews that are coming. I just haven't been, I kind of ran out of time before the course started to get these guys in. So there's at least probably another 3 to 4, maybe 5 interviews coming in that section. So just what we have in there now is gold, you know. So there's some more stuff coming for sure, and I'm excited about that.
You made my life a lot easier. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, you know, that's what it's all about. I mean, really gleaning the information from the leaders, and you know, like I have an interview in there from Kathleen Degelman. You know, she isn't like she's kind of a more traditional type offline networker, but she sees the importance of social media and why it's so key in building a business. And some of the insights she gives are really amazing. I mean, you know, she's made a lot of money in her time in the industry, so you can glean from anybody. It's amazing. But I tell you, one of what I absolutely love about this, yes, is getting people some results very quickly. You know, let's talk about let's move on here and let Clive talk, and hopefully your internet will stay in, because I really want people to hear your story, Clive. Because you were struggling for a while to get leads, were you not?
That's right, yes. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I got you. We got you.
Cool. Yeah, no, I was struggling for a while, and I was taking the slow road, you know, doing the YouTube videos and everything like that, and I knew they would pay off eventually. But when I got a hold of this course, I could see how it would benefit, because people hang out on Facebook. With YouTube, I know if they had a specific need, they'd go and try and look it up. But that's where Facebook, they were hanging around, and if you, as you get taught to target, you can actually have your ads show up with the people that actually want to hear what you've got to say. And I found that I created my first ad, and it was literally like paint by numbers. So if anyone's new, thinking, oh, I can't do this, this is a, it goes right from beginning, basic baby steps, all the way through to very detailed, and you can take your time to work through it. I literally had 2 screens open, and I would follow step by step, and then go into my own thing and set it up. And then my first ad, I even you go through and tell us what to say, how to break it down, with our intro, content, call to action, and create my videos. And I selected my audience, and then bam, the leads started to come in, and from that I actually got a couple of sign-ups into MLSP from that, and my list is growing. And I think one of the things I like about the videos is that they almost do your cold calling for you. The people that don't like what you say or sound, they won't take any further, but the ones that feel that they can relate to you will click on the link. So the video's done all the hard work, faced the objections and everything for you. So no, I love it. It's been great.
That's a really good point that I love right there. You just made the video kind of handles the objections for you, because here's the thing: if they don't like how you look, they're going somewhere else, And so the people that actually decide to click on a link or reach out to you, they're sold on you. They're kind of like, they have a mini commitment to you already. And that's why when you combine the power of video with the reach and targeting of Facebook, it's a super powerful thing, And so that's a great point that you make there. And what as far as leads, what's your biggest lead day so far, Clive? I mean,
mine, the percentages in growth are probably as big as these other guys, but the numbers aren't quite there yet. But I'm getting consistent, like the 7 a day type thing, and growing on that. Cool. So, but I'm getting like my video view counts are going up. Like, they're only costing me like 11 cents for video views now and everything like that. So it's the right people looking at them, which just makes all the difference.
Awesome. And you get people reaching out to you pretty often, don't you?
Yeah, I've started to now. Which is cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. See, and that's ultimately what it's about too. Is getting people to connect with you and get conversations going.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not always about the big numbers, the lead numbers. I mean, and I'm telling you right now, like, it sounds sexy, like 7,500 leads a day. I mean, that sucks people in like crazy. Why? Because they think that's the answer. When the truth is, yeah, it'd be great to get that many a day, and I'm all about it. But if you don't know how to connect, if you don't know how to, I mean, it's like, everybody gets so stoked about Twitter followers. Oh, I got 500 followers. Woohoo! What does that mean? I mean, really, what does that mean? I mean, unless you have a connection going, it really doesn't mean much. And I remember when Facebook really came out, it was all about getting as many friends. You got to get friends. And it's like, I think right now, you'd be shocked, I only have like 2,500 friends on my Facebook account. Most people are maxed out. Because for me, it doesn't matter if I have 5,000 friends or what. If I have no connection, if people don't trust me or whatever, then it's really kind of irrelevant.
Exactly.
So really, the list size isn't as important as the connection you have with that list.
Very much so.
We cover a lot of that in the video ad playbook. We talk about that. We talk about what to do, how to handle that. So I'm going to play devil's advocate here, okay? And I want to see what your guys' answer is, and because I know that there's people that want to get access to this course, and right now they're thinking to themselves, $500? That's a lot of money for a course. So what would you answer to that? Rod, let's start with Rod. I'm picking on Rod still.
Well, I would say that buy it, because you're going to make that back in a very short period of time. It's an investment into your business. It's an investment into yourself, and you can never take that away. So that's the cool thing about investing in yourself is, once you learn that, nobody can ever take that away. So being able to learn a strategy that can get you leads coming in quick, being able to get you sales and making that money back in a short period of time, it's really kind of a no-brainer in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, what do you say, Mary?
For
a course. Why would I spend that money?
So I sort of said it before earlier. I've spent a tremendous amount of time since I've been online trying to build my list and generate leads and, you know, connect with people. And it's been a very, very slow process. If I had taken this course, or if you had had this course when I first started online, I would have saved a tremendous amount of time and also actually a lot of money, because I've already invested a ton on my other strategies, which are not poor strategies, they're fine, but I would be way ahead of the game if I'd just taken this course, spent the $500 and taken the course and applied it, and then started doing the other strategies as well. To me, the $500, it's a $500 may be a lot of money to somebody, but if you're investing in your business, this is where you need to invest in your business right here, because you're going to get results so quickly. It's going to motivate you even more, and you're going to work even harder because you're seeing the results that, you know, some of us, it took a long time to see. So, you know, it's a no-brainer to me, the $500. It's time or money. It's time or money.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it too. Felicia, what do you say?
Well, like I shared with somebody the other day, you can be a conservative failure, or you can be an aggressive, success. Yeah. If you want to play this game ultra conservative and go out there and say, I'm not going to spend any money. I'm not going to spend any money, but I want it right now. I'm only going to give it this amount of time because I only want to invest this much. No money and a limited amount of time. You may as well go ahead and save that and call yourself that you're going to fail. It's very unlikely that you are going to succeed. However, when you're willing to choose a strategy, choose it with all of your heart, and realize that the only way that you can possibly succeed is invest somewhere in yourself, then you have a chance of being a success. I was reading the news chat here, and somebody's talking about a valuable MBA. I don't know if you can see these two right above my head, but one's an undergrad and one's an MBA. They cost a lot more than $500. And this is where I'm doing my business. I'm doing my business online. So I'm right here with all of y'all, and I'm still investing. I'm still investing in my learning. I'm still investing in my growing. I want my business to be the best I possibly can. And not only is it just for me, but think about the people that you're trying to attract. You're trying to attract people to you. You want them to know you. You want them to like you. You want them to trust you. And eventually you want them to invest in you. You're probably trying to sell something, whether it's coaching courses of your own or products of your own or a network marketing opportunity that you're promoting, whatever it is. How can you possibly tell somebody that they're, lead somebody in a direction of making a good investment for themselves if you go and tell yourself, yeah, but I'm not willing to invest in myself? You should invest in you because I'll spend your money for you, but I want to invest in me because I don't think that I'm worthy enough to pour into myself, so that way I can pour into you more. I do it so that way the information that I have within me, I can deliver out to the people on my teams even better. Even if they're not able to get into the course, just like Mary. I mean, if the folks that she's following, she's been following Mark, and thankfully Mark has spent tens of thousands of dollars every year pouring into himself. Just think, if he hadn't have spent that money pouring into himself to make himself better, then he couldn't be the leader to all of us that he's being today. And that's the way that I look at it. Right back down to, you can be a conservative failure or you can be an aggressive success.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Well said.
Awesome. Appreciate that. That is very well said. Very well said. I'm just curious, what do you think that you spent on your college education for those degrees?
I know my master's degree was right around $200,000.
Oh my God.
So my undergrad degree, it's from Baylor University, so it's a private school as well. So my parents paid for my private school. I was there for 5 years, so they paid for room and board for 5 years at a private school. And I remember it was about three something a class. So however many classes you take for an undergraduate degree, they paid about $300-something a class, I believe, plus room and board for 5 years. So a few $100,000 are hanging on the wall. beautiful pieces of paper. And I love them. That's why I share them.
I would probably
the props I can get, a plain wall and some pieces of paper.
Like, look, it's so nice, isn't it? I paid $300,000 for this.
But I mean, it's not. You get valuable. I got valuable information from that, and it's pouring over into what I'm doing here in business. But if I had just stopped there, I would not be finding the success in this industry that I'm finding. I need ongoing, consistent education. That's why MBA programs have a program that's called continuing education. Yeah. You don't get the piece of paper and you stop. You come back to them for continuing education. This is my coming back for continuing education. And $500, let me tell you, Loyola University and SMU and Baylor do not offer a course for $500. And you never walk out of one of those courses knowing how to take that information and immediately make money. This one is, you walk in knowing how to do nothing. You follow a few steps that have been laid out for you, point by point by point. All you have to do is execute it with a little bit of your own personality, because we all got to put our own, I mean, Mark's going to attract different people than me, than Mary, than Rod, than Clive. I mean, we got to put our own personality in it, and that's what's critical, by the way. That's what's critical, I think, in video, is you got to be willing to put your personality in it for it to be successful. I don't know how y'all feel, but you can't just put out bland videos and expect them to convert. But then at that point you continue to invest. This is not it, or you follow those steps and it brings you back money. And when it brings you back money, that just gives you the ability to continue to invest, to get even better, bring back more people that love you, more people that you can help.
I agree.
Awesome. On the soapbox there. I'm sorry.
No. You know what? You're the perfect one to talk about that, because that is exactly it. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, and I didn't realize those pieces of paper were so expensive behind you. That's a pretty big deal.
It's three private universities, yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of time. It didn't take me 8 modules that I could do at my own time. It wasn't a 5-week intensive.
Funny thing is, I went to community college, and I think I still spent like $20,000 or something, $25,000. I mean, it's crazy, nuts. So anyway, what about you, Clive? What do you think, man?
Yeah, I think
$500. I mean, it's too much,
Now, put it this way, Mark. If I did nothing else with those 2 sales that I've got, after next month, I will be making $200 a month, because these are from just those 2 sales if I did nothing else.
Right.
So not only has it paid me, I got my money back, which I'll have my money back in the next few weeks when I get my next payment, and after that it's just money in the bank. So and that's if I did nothing else apart from any of the extra learning that's available there. So all I can do now is scale it, which you teach how to do. So it's just awesome. So I would say, people, if you don't have to have an MBA to get involved in this. That's the beauty of it. And so get in there like I did, and follow the step-by-step modules, and you'll have the success. And with the group that you have within the course, you can get questions answered immediately. I mean, to be honest, you don't actually have a whole lot, because if you go through the modules, there's the Q&A at the end of each module, and there's more questions than you even thought of get answered before you go. So it's awesome. So people get in it. That's all I can say.
Now, before we're going to move into some questions here in just a moment, but I want to point out one thing that we're doing. Originally, what we did was, when people bought the course, we were gonna have an upsell into the course where people could partake in our live 5-week intensive that we were gonna do. Unfortunately, on day 1, when things launched, this is my first launch, so it's been kind of crazy. The cart just totally broke. Okay, we had 6,000 hits on the website before noon, and so everything went down, and we could take no orders. So that was like I didn't get any sleep that night, the night before. Oh, by the way, you didn't hear about the fact that the entire membership site went down with the product in it the day before launch. So I was up till 4:30 in the morning getting the site back up with my business manager, and that was a lot of fun. And so all this happened, and it's like, you know what? Let's throw in the freaking let's throw in that intensive and help people out even more. So it's been fun. So what we did was we opened it up. We closed it down Thursday night at midnight, and I had probably at least 7 or 8 emails of people asking if they could still get in on the intensive. So I went ahead and extended it out until midnight. And there's my phone going off. Over. So we extended it until midnight Sunday night, the intensive. And basically what we're doing in this intensive is we are going to, it's going to be a 5-week live coaching program, and the whole idea of it is to help you implement it. And take the course, get the information, and put it into practice. And we're going to do a live webinar every week for 5 weeks. And we're also going to be doing live wake-up calls every single day for 5 weeks straight. So we're going to be doing these calls. We'll have the opportunity for people as well to be in the group. And it's just going to be, I'm really excited about it because, number one, I love to do live coaching. And I love getting in there and helping people. And essentially what's going to happen is you're going to have unlimited video reviews. I mean, if you guys have your videos and you do them and you want me to look over them, all you need to do is post it in the group. I'll check it out, give you my feedback. You'll also get the feedback of the group and get access to all of you guys and all the beta testers and everybody that went through it, people that are already getting results. And that's one of the things that's going to be a part of it. So ultimately, when you look at it from that point of view, I mean, the value right there that's in the course, the $500, to get access to the intensive, I think it's kind of a no-brainer. Now, when we went through actually creating the course, I know a number of you were a part of it, I think. I think Rod and Clive and Mary, I know you came in kind of halfway through. But what did you think about like actually being in like a live setting? What was your kind of thoughts about that? Go ahead, Rod. We'll start with Rod.
Yeah, no, I mean it was really cool being in the live setting as you're basically you're building the course as we're learning the strategies, and it's really cool to just have that that one-on-one attention because you're going through the course, you're implementing, you have the group that you can get feedback from, working with you pretty much one-on-one. You've been able to review videos, give us tweaks on how to improve things, and just having that one-on-one mentorship basically from you, Mark, and being able to walk people through that course, it's phenomenal because it just really ups your game even more, being able to have that one-on-one information from you directly,
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Mary?
Yeah, being on a live course, it is the one-on-one, and it's also because everybody's kind of in the same place. You're getting real-time results, and you're running into real challenges. And when people are asking questions, you're thinking, I know I'm going to have a question that I want to ask, and I can get it answered. But then other questions pop up, and you're like, oh yeah, that's going to be great for me because when I get to that point, now I know how to handle that situation. So I think live courses are just so beneficial because it's real time and it's one-on-one. So you're getting the benefit of getting things because you're going to run into things that you're not so sure about. Things change, and so I think it's very, very helpful to have that real-time interaction.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's really the goal of this, is to help people that are in the course actually take it and then apply the information. Because I don't know about you, but I'm pretty guilty of it, of buying courses and then doing nothing with it. I don't think any of you have ever done that before.
Oh, no.
No? Okay. No, Rod's quiet, he implements everything he goes through.
I'm not answering that question.
And so really, ultimately, that's why I'm really excited about this, because my goal isn't for you to just buy this and then do nothing with it. I actually want to help you get some results, and I tend to try to put my money where my mouth is. I mean, I'll get in there and dig in with you. I do care about your success. I don't want you to buy this course and walk away and not get some results. Let's dig in. Let's figure it out. Let's do what we need to do. And also throughout the 5 weeks, we're going to do some hangout style get-togethers like this, where we just get everybody together. We'll pull people out, ask questions. It's going to be like group coaching, So that's going to be fun right there, And but digging in, helping people. We maybe even do some hot seats, where we look at and review somebody's video right in front of everybody, And that may be fun. Could be detrimental to some people, but I'm just kidding.
Just on that, Mac, that was one of the big things that I found with the live course was that I produced I implemented straight away, produced my first video ad, and then you reviewed it for me, and I wasn't getting anything on it, but then just one thing you said was to do it again, but how to look at the camera, and bam, instantly the leads started coming in. It was just one simple little thing that I would never have picked up on,
That is, I remember that, because you did your video and you were it looked like you were looking off like in the distance.
Yeah, you thought I was reading notes or something, yeah.
Yeah. And you changed it, and then you looked right in the lens like that, and it made all the difference,
Yeah,
like,
and literally
on the screen. So, yeah, those little tweaks make a difference. They really do. So, yeah, no question.
Yeah.
Well, then, one thing I wanted to share why I'm so excited about the intensive is when you throw your stuff up and say, hey, somebody give me some feedback, or you're trying to figure out why something's usually people are trying to figure out why something's not working. If it's working, they just, yay, it's working. They don't know why, but it's working. But they want to figure out why it's not working when it's not. And most people, in the general public aren't willing to say, well, I don't like this. It's not working because you're really stinking at this. If you fixed this, if you would have done this, I would have responded. But since you didn't, I'm not going to respond to you. Nobody will tell you that. But that's the value of the small work group. That's the value of being in an intensive like this. And especially if you're willing to allow yourself to be put on the hot seat and torn down and beat up publicly, it's okay, because all you're trying to do is just get better. And if somebody's willing to give you honest feedback, honest feedback is worth bazillions of dollars, because it's not going to waste my time anymore. I don't want to do something I stink at. I want to do something I'm good at, or get good at it.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it. That really is. And that's feedback. I pay a lot of money for my own coach to give me feedback, and it's not always like warm and fuzzy. You know what I mean? But that's why you want it, because it's all about getting better faster, and that's what it's about. So I'm really excited about it. Did everybody, Mary? Did you talk yet?
I did.
Yeah. Okay. I forget. We've gone through past so
It
fast.
was very compelling. I'm sorry you don't remember.
Yeah, it was. It left such an imprint.
It's a good thing we're using video.
Cut that one out. No, I'm just kidding. So here's the deal. We've put I've put a button there that you can click and go pick up the course. Okay. Here's the thing. It's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Okay. And the truth of it is that if you get in and the course just isn't for you, you're just kind of like, you know what, I don't know, then ultimately you can get your money back. But I do know this, that you're going to get in there, and if you really decide that you want to apply yourself and you put this to work, you can get results, and you can get results very, very quickly with this. Especially the fact that we're going to go in and we're going to do this intensive, and we're gonna dig in. We're going to help you. You're going to get access to these guys as well as several others that were a part of the original beta group. And we're gonna have a lot of fun with the Video Ad Playbook intensive, and I'm looking forward to making some new success stories, because for me, that's what it's about. And I know that those that are willing to invest in themselves are the ones that are going to be, the next rock stars, the next rock stars of the industry, and that's what it comes down to. I'm constantly investing in you, and it's like those little tweaks, like you said, Clive. Sometimes those little things you don't realize you're doing are what are keeping you from getting the results that you desire. And if I would have just said, "Hey, Clive, keep looking off onto the side," looking like you're reading, it wouldn't have given you that little tweak to make, and then immediately start getting the better results.
Yeah.
And but it is those little things, and I can't tell you how many things I've studied and gone through where I've read split tests. Okay, like I bought this book not too long ago. Maybe some of you guys have it, but it's somewhere here on my desk. But it was called. It was a book that Russell Brunson put out called. Oh yeah, right here. But these are the kind of things that I read. Things like this that help me to understand these little. These little differences and nuances in marketing. Like they changed the background of a web page, and it converted 12% better than the one that had the white background, or this or that. So I take the time, because I take it upon myself to be the leader to read these things and to pass on the knowledge that when people say, "Hey, I need your advice," I can say, "Go do this, tweak this, change that." And you should start seeing some better results. And that's the responsibility that I take on, and I believe that that's each of you that are here that want to do this and be a part of it. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's move into some questions here, and I want to answer any questions that you guys have. The Q&A is open, and any of you guys here on the panel, if you guys want to bring up some answers as well, let's answer them. But any questions regarding the course, regarding the intensive, and just general questions as well, we can go into them and answer them. So we'll just move down the line here. Karen is saying, what is a good place to back up videos besides an external hard drive? An external, I don't know, Dropbox? You guys know anything else?
Yeah, there's that Carbonite.
Mm-hmm.
That'll back up everything for you. So everything that's on your hard drive, it backs it up. Or
if you're talking YouTube, you can go to google.com/takeout, and you can back up your YouTube channel if you're referring to YouTube. But that's definitely a place. I would just, yeah, absolutely, something like a Dropbox or Carbonite, whatever. Check it out. But all right, let's see here. Renee is saying, the only camera I have access to at this point is my Samsung Note 4 smartphone. Will this be acceptable to make my videos? Yes, absolutely.
So
I love that. Right here. Did you guys see my launch videos, for this course?
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Yeah.
They were pretty good, weren't they?
Perfect. Of course, they're marks.
Right here. This is what I recorded them on. This is it. I just put this on, I put it on my tripod, and I got a little microphone I stick in here, and that's it. That was the extent of my video camera. So absolutely, Renee, that to me is the best way. You don't need a lot of fancy equipment. In the course, one of the bonuses is we put together a budget guide for newbies on all the the equipment, all the things that you need for doing this, and you'd be surprised. It's very little. There are a couple things, like if you want to, like right now I have some lights on me that I use when I'm doing like hangouts, so my face shows up, because I know I have such a pretty face and I want people to see it, that I haven't shaved in 4 days, and so the point is that if you wanted to get like some lights, I show you what to get. I have 2 lights here. I spent $80, and I show you what those are, where to get them, some other little peripherals for literally very little money. So we put that together so you can understand that. So without question, that is the best camera to use, in my opinion, are your cell phone cameras. They're very high quality nowadays. So How will the new Facebook algorithm schedule for 2015 affect those of us just starting? Well, really not much, because the way I'm showing you how to do it is through a paid means, and from a paid means standpoint of creating a video, putting it up and running an ad to it with you're actually putting it in front of. Now, algorithms within Facebook are changing from an organic standpoint. So if you just post an update, not a lot of people are going to see it. If you want to get seen nowadays on Facebook, you're going to have to pay some money to get it up and get it up in front of people. And on my page, I'll post something. If I really want people to see it, I've got to pay some money for people to see it. And that's Facebook says that they've had no choice but to do that, but it's kind of forces business owners to pay for advertising, which I get. Facebook as a business too, they've got to increase their profits, So, but anyway, so I don't think they're going to affect too much. Anything you guys have on that? No. No, because really what we're doing here has nothing to do with that. So.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. We answered that one. Mark, are there any surprise upsells that are important to the purchase to make it work? Nope, we do have a special offer. I'll just tell you right now. When you buy, I have a course called the Mastermind Sessions, and that course was, Rod, you were a part of that.
Yep.
But I have a course called the Mastermind Sessions. It's not essential, but it's definitely something that you can get a lot of benefit from.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, really good. And a couple months back, I started doing mastermind groups, and that's one thing I'll start probably first of the year. But doing mastermind groups, and we'd meet once a week, and we would, it's kind of a small, intimate group setting. But for 12 sessions, we recorded all the coaching sessions. And it's basically what that course is. So you do get a special offer on that, and then that's really it. So really, you can buy just this if you want. It's up to you, and you can you'll be fine. You'll get access to the intensive and all that. So let's see here. Is there a way to film your videos through using my Google Plus account camera, or do you have to have to engaged in a Hangout in order for a camera feature to work? I'm not sure if I follow that one. Really, any camera you need. I mean, if you want to, you can use your cell phone, or you can use, like I'm on an iMac here. I mean, I have my camera up here, which you see what's what I'm looking out of. Any laptop or whatever, usually the camera on that will be just as fine as well. Really, you don't have to get too fancy, guys. Most cameras today are good quality, HD. It's not like, we got to go crazy here, So, what should our Facebook budget be for paid advertising with the videos there? You can start out with as little as $5 a day if you want. I think you can even go as little as $1 a day, if I'm not mistaken. But, obviously you might not get much traction with $1 a day. But yeah, you can start as little as $5 a day if you want. I mean, and just start, getting a little bit of traction here and there, and yeah. So that's the easiest part to go. And then as you start to get a little bit of results, you can start scaling it up, and that's a difference. And I want to point that out. That's a big difference between YouTube and Facebook. YouTube, as powerful as it is, it's not scalable. Okay, and scalable means where, awesome, this is working, now I just want to throw more money at it and crank it up, like that fast. Whereas with YouTube, it's like, cool, this is working, now I got to put out more videos, do more work to get them to show up, and it's not scalable fast. And scalability is the ability to ramp it up and ramp it up quick, and where from one day to the next. Whereas with Facebook, if I find a video ad is working really well, all I need to do is spend 15 minutes and put out 4 or 5, 6 more ads, and boom, I can get it up and rocking very, very quickly. And that's a big difference between YouTube and Facebook. So you know, as far as what you want to spend, that's your decision. But $5 a day, you can start that way. LeBron, what's up, LeBron? Mark, my main company is asking me to trust them and invest heavy with them. How many directions do I need to invest in? Honestly, that's your call, man. That's your call. You know, do you trust your company? Do you know? That's your call. It's your business. Of course, they want you to invest with them. Absolutely. That's their number one objective. I'm talking about branding you. Spend money in you. You know, that's the biggest thing. You know, that I'm just a firm believer in that. I'd rather people get to know me or know who I am. I don't want them to, you know, go to a company and not have anything to do with me. I mean, I want to be more that person that people trust than a company per se. That's just my take. I'd rather brand myself than brand the company. But that's just me. You guys have anything to say about that?
No, absolutely what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you're branding yourself, it really doesn't matter what company you put there. I mean, and if you're not branding yourself, what point are you? I mean, if you're just a hander-outer of information, well, there's 30,000 other hander-outers of information. Why you? Why would they invest? Why would they partner with you?
Right. Right. Exactly. Absolutely. Absolutely. Cool. And here's the last question. Craig is saying, how long will the cart be open, and when does the course start? Well, right now, the cart will close this coming Wednesday at midnight. It's closing. It's done. As far as the intensive, we're adding that on as the bonus till midnight tomorrow night. But the cart will close on Wednesday, and it'll be closed for good. And then we're going to start the actual intensive on December 2nd. Let me just look at my calendar to make sure on that. Yes, we're going to start that on the intensive. When you buy the course, we're actually going to do an orientation on Monday, December 1st, and that's just going to be, you know, kind of helping people know where to go in the course, kind of give an overview, help people go in, and then on the next Tuesday, we're going to start the webinar, but we're also going to start all the wake-up calls, I believe, that Wednesday. So it's going to be the week right after Thanksgiving, so we're going to get started on this very quickly and get rocking and rolling. So my suggestion, get started, get rocking, and it's kind of funny, was we're sitting here, I talked to you about Kathleen Degelman. She's the, you know, she just emailed while we're sitting here that she's like, oh my gosh, I've been traveling, can I get your course, where do I get it? So it's pretty cool. I think she's going to be with us too, so that's fun. So
hey Mark, I got a question on that. When you said that the intensive is starting, you know, the week after Thanksgiving, but we've got about a week and a half. Do you recommend that we go ahead and like start on module 1, or do you recommend that we just wait for Monday and kind of get the overview first?
No, absolutely. I recommend starting to go through the course. The course is completely done. So when you purchase today, you get access to the entire 8 modules of the course. It's in there. And my suggestion is over the Thanksgiving vacation, that's why I believe this is perfect timing. You're going to have some downtime over Thanksgiving. That's the perfect time to dig in and start going through the information so that when we hit, you know, when we hit the intensive, you've got, you know, you're ready to rock and roll and start implementing. And that is my, you know, I just think this is perfect timing for everybody, because while you're sitting there stuffed with turkey and stuffing, you know, you're gonna want to watch some good training so that you can come back ready to run and work some of that off, you know. And so absolutely good timing, and it's gonna be awesome stuff. So very cool. So yeah, again, the course is all completely ready. You log in, you're gonna get access to it all today. All right, I'm looking for the one course that works for online marketing. How and what will this course shift the momentum of my business? Well, here's the thing. The momentum really is all about you. I mean, ultimately, this course will work for you if you work it. You know, there's never a guarantee. I can't guarantee you're going to get results. I wish I could. I wish I could say, I guarantee you'll get results. But, you know, that would be the absolute stupidest thing I could ever do in my life, and I think it's against the law to actually do that. So I can't do that because ultimately it comes down to you. And you know, if I'm going to be a true leader, I'm going to be the one that says, you know what, your results are up to you. I can tell you this, and I guarantee you this. And these guys up here ought to be some good testimonials that if you apply this information and you actually put it to work, it can work for you, and it will work for you if you do it and do it faithfully. And so while I wish I could give you the guarantee that it's going to work for you, I just can't because I don't know your work ethic. I don't know if you're going to go in and actually apply yourself. But if you do, and you seek it out, and you really put your heart and soul into it, then you'll get some results out of it. I guarantee it. I can guarantee you that if you put your heart and soul into it. It's like my daughter, you know. If I tell her go clean your room, and she's like, oh, but I don't want to, and she's throwing stuff down, and you know. And don't we as parents were like, now put your heart into it, you know, with a good attitude. Why do we say that? Because you're going to get more out of it, right? It's the same thing. You know, if you come in here, it's like, well, this better work. Is this going to give me some momentum? You know, and I'm not saying that's what you're saying, my friend. I'm just saying I'm trying to give you a good example that, you know, the truth is if we come in with a good attitude and you're ready to rock and ready to put action in, you're going to get awesome results out of it. You know, you may struggle here and there. There may be things that you got to overcome. Maybe there's some tweaks we need to make. But being part of the live intensive, you're going to be there to get some feedback from me and all the other people here as well as the other beta testers. So I absolutely, you know, you come in and you're ready to rock. We'll help you do everything we can to get results. So, all right. I know investing in the course would be idea, but if money is super tight right now, could you still get results from the methods of your free series? Absolutely, you know, absolutely. If you know at the moment right now it's too tight for you, I'm telling you right now, if you take what I taught you in that, you'll get results. I mean, you will. Now, there's a lot of things that obviously there's only so much that you can share in such a short period of time, you know, in those videos. But that's why. You know, we put a course together so that you can get the full spectrum. You know, there's things I teach in the course about how to set up a sales funnel. I mean, what did you think about that, Rod? I mean, what did you think about that module? I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the piece that a lot of people miss too is when they first start marketing, they don't really know how to put the sales funnel and make all the pieces go together. And you know, and probably the biggest part that people have trouble with is getting that congruency throughout the funnel, and that's really what you help bring all that together. So
yeah, absolutely. So there's a lot of things that it's just impossible to share in a 30-minute video. I mean, you know, there's concepts and things you have to understand that really help the overall picture. It's like trying to go from kindergarten to 12th grade. You know, it just ain't gonna happen. You know, it's like you don't wake up one day and say, you know what, I want to be a brain surgeon. I'm going to go down to the hospital and get a job. You know, you don't do that. You know, you go through like a process to get the knowledge that you need to make it happen. You know, and that's what this is about. So, all right, what principles do you teach in this course? Well, basically the principle of this is like what we've been talking about here is based on video marketing. And video marketing it's simple. I mean, it's not like a technical thing. You know, I mean, I think personally, and maybe you guys can give some insight on this, that video marketing, as far as I'm concerned, is probably the easiest piece of content to create for the busy person. Definitely. I mean, how hard is it to grab your phone and do a selfie? You're like, hey, how's it going? You know, 2 minutes later, you got a video. You know, whereas with a blog, you got to sit down for a good 45 minutes to an hour, write it out, format it, make it look pretty, do your thing. I mean, I love blogging. Don't get me wrong. I'm a blogger, you know, but it's a different type of thing. This is like super easy to do, you know, and very effective. So that's the principles. Is basically video marketing. How to utilize it. How to get your message in front of people. What is the kernel that forms the basis of this course? The kernel. Video marketing. You know, what would you guys say? What do you think is kind of the bedrock of this? Getting leads with video.
Yep.
Building an audience with video.
Yep.
You know, finding more people to talk to with video. Utilizing Facebook as the platform to get people to come to you with the basis of video. You know, that's the whole premise of it.
Yeah.
And I would think also, Mark, I mean, I haven't been in the course yet, but it seems like from some of the stuff that I've seen, the principles that you're sharing, you could also transition that over just to Facebook ads. I mean, because you're showing how to do a funnel and all of that, and you're showing the audience, the audience segmentation and the retargeting and all that stuff. Where, if you want to mix it up with just picture ads, it's going to be all the information is going to be transferable over to that as well.
Yeah.
So it's a full ad course in addition to video, in addition to funnel, in addition to target market and all of that.
Right. Right.
With mindset thrown in, it's just a comprehensive course. It's just from beginning to end.
Yeah,
Right.
It's all there.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay, so this is an interesting question. I'm going to answer this because I think this is fun. Why are you taking the course off the market on Wednesday? Well, here's the reason, and I'll tell you this right now. There is something called oversaturation, okay? And it can happen very quickly. My goal here ultimately is to teach and help a smaller group of people. And part of the reason that, number one, I'm going to take it off the market is because I don't necessarily want it out there all the time for people to purchase. Now, I may reopen this at a later time, but my personal feeling is that the information in this course is worth 10 times the price. Now, I know, again, I'm biased, but the truth of it is that the course, I'm upping the cost on this course after Wednesday. Okay, and the reason being, again, is because I believe it's worth a lot more than what I'm charging for it. Number one, because I know that in my own personal testing, what I put into it is that I have invested tens of thousands of dollars into learning this strategy. Like, I spent a ton of marketing on my own time, marketing it, using my own money, testing it, learning it, tweaking it, making it work. I spent at least 8 to 9 months of my own learning it and perfecting it before I even decided to teach it to people. So for me, I'm charging lower than what I should. So for me, I'm going to pull it off the market, number one, because I'm not going to leave it at this price. I could up it, and just put it up and leave it open, but I just don't want to do that. I think it's better off if I close it down and allow myself to focus on the customers that I do have rather than leaving it open and bringing in new customers. I want to get a core group of people, put you together, come together, help people, help you guys get results, and then later on maybe I'll open it back up and consider working with some other students on it. But for me, I'm a very personable guy, and I'm about helping people get results with what they got. I really don't want you to buy this if you don't think you're going to take action on it. Honestly, I'd prefer you don't, because I don't know, it's just me. I'd rather you save your money and not have any ill will, because I want you to get results with it. So, is there going to be a repeat in the future? Don't know about that one. What is your unique value compared to all the other courses? I don't know. Would you guys like to answer that one? I'll let you guys answer that one. I don't know. I mean,
I think it's the most comprehensive course that makes it unique, and it works. There's the backup. I haven't seen anything like it myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mark's ability to teach. He's very skilled at his teaching ability. I've taken, like I said before, many courses, and Mark has been the best teacher for me. He can break things down and make them so simple. Things that I thought were really overcomplicated, he can make it so simple. And I think that's one thing that's very unique about Mark, is his ability to make things very simple and for anybody to be able to follow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't, he's asking me to sell myself. I mean, personally, I don't like toot my own horn. You know, I'm not like, I don't want to sit here and say, well, I'm this and I'm this and I'm good at that, you know. But I do kind of pride myself on the fact that I think I am pretty good at breaking down the complex and making it, you know, pretty easy for people to understand. And because I need it that way. You know? You know? So I like it that way. It's like, break it down for me, please. Make it simple. Even though I'm a fairly technical guy, you know. So this is not a high-techy course. You know, I don't really go into, like, there's some more advanced stuff I share, but I really try to really make sure that people understand it. And you know, the biggest thing too is kind of overwhelm, and I try to keep that overwhelm to a very minimum. Because when you're learning something new, you are going to experience some type of overwhelm. You know, in other words, maybe you don't know a specific thing, and you know, if you don't know it, then all of a sudden, you know, you got more being piled on. It's like you taking a calculus class. Do not put me in calculus. You know what I mean? That's just, I barely passed pre-algebra. You know, so you know, it's kind of like that. You know, you have to kind of go through those very basic things. So I think what's different here is you know, the simplicity with which I teach it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, Mark, you're an excellent teacher, man. You like, you know, like the other people said, you break everything down into very simple terms, you know. And if you say that you're going to give, you know, a 30-minute intensive webinar, it's going to end up probably being 2 hours. You over-deliver on every single thing that you do.
I appreciate that.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been in the course, so I can't give info on that one, but that's the reason why I follow.
You just picked it up yourself a couple days ago, so.
Yeah. I mean, I just came. Like I said, I wasn't as smart as everybody else on the panel, but
okay, you know, you smartened up, so.
You know, at some point, you build an extra couple of brain cells. I haven't killed them all off, but you know, that's one thing that I noticed about Mark over and over and over. I don't ever, I mean, you know, there's a lot of people that are out there selling something, and a lot of people over time get a reputation for, oh, they're just in it for the money. Even if they're making a ton of money, you're wondering, how in the heck are these people making any money? They're not actually helping any people. They're not actually building leaders. They can bring followers, but they're not building leaders. And that's one thing that I've seen with Mark over and over and over, is that he builds leaders, and actually people that are thinking for themselves and putting things into action and excited to do it and not be overwhelmed. So, you know, that's why I've followed him for as long as I have, and absolutely jumped in and supported this course. I know you deliver. I mean, there's no doubt.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, it's you know, it all comes down to like what you give, you know. And I'm a firm believer in trying to give more than what people pay me for, you know, and that's really how everybody should be, you know. I mean, that's how the marketplace is today. You know, you give more than what people pay you for, you're going to have customers for life, you know. And I like to try and focus on the customers I do have, and, you know, that's the way we should all be. You know, we shouldn't always be trying to get new customers all the time, but take care of the ones that we do have, you know. And when you come from a service background like I do, I was actually working for a company, and I had like 150 accounts or something, corporate accounts. And that was my job. I had to take care of the customers that we had, you know, and because those customers continued to pay for good services all the time. And that's the way each of us should be. When we have customers or even reps or distributors or whoever it is that you're connecting with in your business, take care of them. I'm not saying do it for them, and I'm not saying, you know, help them remain in weakness if they're not doing what they should. That there's a difference there between babying, you know, and hand-holding, as opposed to being there supportive, you know, uplifting, inspiring, you know. And there is a difference there for sure. But you know, if people know that you actually care about them and that you're there to help them and support them, it makes a big difference. It makes a huge difference. So I'm a big believer in, give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. And I really believe that if you can teach somebody how to do it, then you've done your job. Because you might be able to carry one person on your back, but you can't carry two. It just won't happen. So here I am giving you all my proverbs, sounding like some old wise man.
We got deep.
Yeah. So here's another question. Has this strategy been applied in business to business, B2B? There are some other, I've seen some other people doing video ads, not from like specifically in our space, but yes, I mean, it has been. I don't have a lot of data on that, but I can tell you right now from a marketer's standpoint, I think this can be applied to pretty much any business. It can be a brick and mortar business. I mean, think about it. If you have a website,
video.
What's that? Yeah, every person can use video. I mean, from a business to business standpoint, I mean, think about this. If you have a website and you're selling flowers, what if you were to apply one of the strategies we talk about called retargeting in the course, where they visit your site, they don't buy something, and then you have a video sitting on their newsfeed when they go back saying, hey, we just wanted to thank you for visiting our site. Here's a couple tips to help you with your flowers at home, in your garden, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And, hey, whenever you have your needs, just come back over and check us out. We'd love to take care of you. You know what I mean? I mean, those little things could absolutely work. So do I believe this can be worked in a business to business or any other business, in fact? Absolutely. No question. All right, one last question. Are the products within MLSP enough to get a significant start making money before I develop some? Yeah, I mean, the MLSP products are awesome. There's no question. I love MLSP. Big part of my business for sure. But it's all about what you want to invest in. I mean, they're all specific on specific things. There's some other strategies. I mean, it comes down to what strategy do you want to apply? What do you want to do? What do you want to do? I mean, I am not like, hey, I'll just buy this and then I'm done for a while until I make money. That's not me. I'm more of, I'm going to buy this and then I'm going to buy this and I'm going to keep investing in me over here and here and here until it happens. I'm kind of that way. I mean, I'll keep investing constantly in me, and that's why I believe that you can never go wrong investing in you. It's just the best investment you can ever make. So. Well, that's all the questions. Any last parting words of wisdom, guys? We'll go down the line. How about we start with Clive, the parting words of wisdom? We've been going for an hour and 40 minutes here. So.
Yeah, I just want to say encourage everyone, if they're on the fence, take the leap of faith. As Mark said, he's backs it up with his 30-day money-to-bank guarantee, but it's certainly, I can attest that this has been the best thing I've done for my business and for my confidence in getting the videos out there. So you don't have to be a rock star to get started in this, but I reckon you will be growing towards that after you go through the course, so definitely get in there.
Absolutely. Go ahead, Felicia.
I guess I'll just come right back to the same thing that I shared before. I mean, you can either be a timid and conservative, non-successful person. I don't want to call somebody a failure. That doesn't sound kind of hot. That wasn't very nice of me. I'm really not that bad. But you can extend the time in which you're trying to reach for that success, and you can make this path a lot thornier. You can make it more windy. You can make it more rocky and tougher and covered with more tears, or you can follow the path of some proven real people who are doing it, and they're giving you the opportunity to sit right next to them right now and take them by the you can reach out there and grab that hand and take the easy path, take the one that's already paved. I've taken some thorny paths, and this one's a paved one.
That's awesome. Awesome. Mary, go ahead.
Yeah, I have to. I'm just going to say exactly, pretty much the same thing. It's you can cut your time in half by um, taking this course and following exactly what Mark does. I mean, you just like Felicia said, you can go the windy route, which I've been down, and it's fine. But you can. Why not cut your time in half and get better response in your business with this course? Why? To me, it's a no-brainer. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. I'm telling you, I've been down the road. There's been tears shed, and there's lots of challenges along the way. And if I had had this course in the beginning, my business would be so much further ahead. So, highly recommend it.
Awesome. Very cool. Rod.
Yeah, I mean, you know, what everybody else said is totally awesome, and agree with them. This course is, you know, as well. I've been through a lot of different courses throughout the couple of years I've been building a business online, and the quality of this course is by far probably better than just about any other course out there. It teaches you how to, you know, building a business online. It's about building relationships. It teaches you that. Facebook is about building relationships. It's a very good integration between those two. But as Mark said, if you're going to buy a course and let it collect dust, then don't waste your money. But if you're going to take this course, go through the course, implement the course, you'll get results. I mean, every one of us right here that have this course have gotten results. There's a reason for that. It's a great course. So, you know, take the leap of faith, like they said. Spend the $500 and you implement the things that Mark teaches in here, and you're gonna get your money back in a few months, or a few weeks, or a few days. Just depends how aggressive you are, like Felicia said.
You know, and I just want to point out one last thing, and sometimes, and you know, I get it too because I've been there before, but I think sometimes part of the reason people hesitate to spend it is because there's kind of a lack of belief in themselves that they can actually take action on it and get results. And I think that you know, that's sometimes what holds people back. I don't think I can do it, and I'm here to tell you that you can do it, and you will do it. And you know, if I have anything to say about it, and I'll help you do that. But you can do it. You know, each one of you that are here right now watching this and are a part of this, you can do it. And anytime you hear that voice questioning yourself whether you can, you just got to grab onto it and get it out of your brain, you know, and get it out of there. Because you can do it, you deserve to do it, and you can get results doing this. And it's not hard. You just need the training, you need the help, you need the assistance. And with the course plus the intensive, you know, it's a winning combination, I believe. So, well, guys, I appreciate you guys coming on today, and we've been going for an hour and 45 minutes, so it's quite a long hangout, huh? Time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you're having fun, absolutely.
So, guys, I appreciate it. Go ahead and pick up the course. It's at markharbert.com/VAP, and we put a button there. Let me just type it in here. Go pick it up. Get on board with us. We're going to start the intensive right after after Thanksgiving, and we'll dig in, and it's going to be fun stuff. Fun stuff, guys. All right, thank you guys so much for coming. I appreciate you guys, everyone.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Mary, Alicia, and Clive, you guys rock. I appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, guys.
See you, everybody.
Have a great weekend.
All right, you guys too. Have a great one. Bye-bye.